One of the most daunting challenges facing small towns, villages, First Nations across Western North America is a lack of adequate housing for its current population, as well as the fact that that lack makes it extremely difficult, if not impossible, to attract newcomers. Even if there are potential jobs waiting for said newcomers, if they don't have a place to live, they're not going to come and take those jobs. So, what is to be done? Well, here's an idea, let me put it this way, inspired by the fact that I'm currently walking through, as you can see, the woods. In this case, actually in the municipality of Kaslo. Kaslo happens to be a village that has an unusual amount of municipally owned land, most of which is sitting unused right now. Kaslo also has a robust, hardworking, and largely effective NGO called the Kaslo Housing Society. What if said society in the village of Kaslo sat down and did the following, just as an idea? The Kaslo Housing Society could either become or could form something called the Kaslo Community Land Trust. Then, in a deal with the village could lease most, if not all, of its currently publicly held lands to the land trust for $1 a year for 99 years renewable. In turn, the land trust, which now would have control of that land, could come up with a plan to create new housing needed desperately by the community on those lands, bringing together a group of local and regionally based architects, planners, futurists, craftspeople, and people, crucially, from the industry that used to dominate the economy of this area and much of British Columbia for that matter. I'm talking about people in the logging, milling, construction industries. And form a consortium, come up with a plan for appropriate, innovative, inexpensive housing for those lands. And part of the plan would include either the renovation, if you will, or the refurbishing or the renewal of an existing mill, or creating a new mill that would be completely focused on building materials exactly targeting that need for appropriate, adequate housing. Think of it as sort of the IKEA of housing enterprises. Kits for, let's say, really innovative small homes that could easily and quickly be constructed in Kaslo. And I would argue that there would be a demand elsewhere in the province and in the West and across the continent for that matter for those packages. In the process, creating tremendous economic opportunity, job opportunities, while at the same time addressing an acute housing shortage. Just an idea, but an idea that would require the leadership and the impetus and support of, in this case, the village of Kaslo, local government, whose job it should be, I would argue, not to simply sit back and react and wait for things to happen, but to help actually inspire action and lead the charge. Just an idea worthy of discussion and pondering. Thanks.